When we're talking about congruent and similar figures, first we talk about if they're the same size and shape. As you can see here, you have two squares on the DIY that you did. These two squares are exactly the same shape. They're both squares, and they're the exact same size. So that makes them congruent. Congruent means the same size and shape. When you have figures that are similar, it means they're the same shape but a different size, like these two triangles. They're both right triangles. They both have a 90-degree angle there. They are the same shape, but they are not the same size. Notice this triangle is bigger than this triangle, of course. And then sometimes you have shapes that aren't similar or congruent. Like here we have a rectangle, here we have a trapezoid. They're not the same shape. They're totally different shapes. And they're also not the same size. So these are not similar or congruent. So that is congruent and similar whenever you're dealing with shape and size. But you also have to determine when you're dealing with similarity, sometimes shapes look like they're similar, but they're actually not exactly similar. So for example, like you have two triangles, okay? Well, here we have the measure of the sides of these triangles. Okay, the measure of this triangle, the side was 2, and this side was 3, and then this side was 4, and this side was 6. So to know if they're exactly similar, we need to know, is this triangle exactly how many times bigger on each side of the triangle as this one? And what I mean is, how many times bigger is this corresponding side with this corresponding side? These are what we call corresponding sides because they're the same side of the triangle on each triangle. Okay, so we can take 2 times 2 to get 4. So that side is exactly 2 times bigger than this side, right? So now we can look at the other corresponding sides, these bottom sides here, this one and this one, and say, okay, are they exactly 2 times bigger also? Well, 3 times 2 is 6. So yes, this side is exactly 2 times bigger. So yes, these are similar figures. Now let's look at two rectangles. Okay, well, if you look at them just with your eyes, yes, they both look like rectangles, and yes, I would say, oh, they're probably similar. But upon looking at it closer, when we look at the corresponding sides, so we look at these two corresponding sides, they're both the shorter side of the triangle, right? You can't take 2 times anything to get 9. It would be like 2 times 4.5, right? 4.5 times 2 would be 9, actually, so you could take it times something. But you can't take that same number times this corresponding side here. 5 times 3 is 15, not 4.5. So no, these are not similar. So that is how you determine if shapes are actually similar or not.